Hello fish fools, Jeff here. Over here, pygmy corydoras. There's two back there. They were moving around, but you can see them through the plants back there. But yeah, so this is my 10-gallon guppy endler hybrid tank, or my original guppy endler hybrid tank. Pretty recently I made a video pointing out that this is the end of the line for the guppy endler hybrid colony in here, because there's just all that's left are these three males. And okay, there's a pygmy corydoras out in the open. So what's left in here, those three male guppy endler hybrids. There's two pygmy corydoras, and there's Neocaridina shrimp. And in here we have a ton of Java moss and some suboxertang mixed in there. That's Cryptocorin lutea there, and some Java fern windowlove, and some bladder snails. So here I am doing a water change in this tank. While I was doing that, I pulled out all this Java moss because I had some Amano shrimp in here, and I haven't seen them in a while, so I wanted to see if there were any left, and I could not find any. I think that's the end for those as well. A couple times this tank had ammonia spikes, and I was finding shrimp carcasses. But after doing water changes, it kind of revived it, so the shrimp in here, what's left, are doing okay. And here, I'm feeling good about the shrimp colony because I just put the Java moss in here and kind of shook it up, and then there's all these tiny little shrimplets were in it, so they are breeding and I think they're doing well, and we're back on track with this tank. So what the future holds, I am planning on taking these two of these males, this one and whatever the other one is. But that one, the crooked spine one, I'll just leave in here, and it can live out its life in this tank. Where's the other one? Anyway, yeah, I'm going to move those to some other tanks. I'll leave this one in here for the time being. I'll leave the two pygmy corydoras in here, and I'll let the Neocaridina shrimp population continue to grow. But then I'm going to leave this tank as leave it open for whatever projects I might have ahead. So I was thinking of getting another type of live bearer species. Might order something exotic, or I could use this as a select breeding tank, and I can select some particularly cool looking guppies to put in here. So yeah, kind of disappointing that I lost the Amano Shrimp, though I was never really big on them anyway. They were a disappointment as far as the purpose that I got them. Yeah, there's the other one. Purpose I got them for eating hair algae. This is the tank I had for a long time had hair algae issues. It wasn't until I had Siamese algae eaters that I put in here that actually took care of it when the Amano Shrimp did not. And going as far back, this was my original quarantine tank. I first got back into the aquarium hobby nearly 6 years ago. At the time I had my first platies and guppies, and they had babies in here. Then I let it be a grow-out tank for them. And as you may know if you've been watching some of my videos, my corydoras in all different species of corydoras in several tanks have been spawning and breeding and have corydora fry, and some juveniles now growing in some of the tanks. But in here with these pygmy corydoras, these were the first that I saw spawn and lay eggs, and it's the first time I attempted of any corydoras collecting eggs. I collected their eggs and they hatched out. Ultimately, none of them lasted, but I had one that lived about 2 months, and I moved it to another tank, my 20 gallon long. And it was in there, it was doing okay for a while, and then it just disappeared. And now it just looks like the 2 pygmy corydoras in here, so I think at some point I will get some more and try to get a colony of those going. But yeah, if anything for now, it's good to know that there's lots of shrimplets, so I'm going to pour those back in the tank, proceed with the water change, and pretty soon I'm not going to do it now, but I am going to move those 2 guppy endlers as I mentioned. I'm going to save that for one of these days when I'm going to do a lot of mixing and matching and moving fish and shrimp from tank to tank, so I will be ready for that. Alright. Yes, this one is crooked, but it gets by. That's one right. And this one kind of looked like a Vienna guppy. Looks like it might be aging now, but I had a couple like that. One of them I took out, and that's what started my another 10-gallon colony of guppy endler hybrids that I was referring to my Vienna guppy lookalikes. Yeah. Alright. Well, that's it for now. And remember, I'm Jeff, and I enjoy fishies. Thanks for watching.